So I think at this point it's pretty safe to assume that the majority of you have been playing Lethal Company, or at the very least seen one of the numerous clips that have forced their way to everyone's YouTube homepage.
There's something in that room, by the way, across the way.
And I am in love with this game. It's been way too long since we've had a goofy multiplayer experience that doesn't take itself seriously. Dude, this is so bad. But as someone who doesn't have a real job, I found myself having to wait till my friends get home to start my shift at the company. And look, I'm a smart guy, so instead of staring at the wall all day, I decided to see if the Zeekerss guy had made any other games. And it's a damn good thing I did, because what I found surprised me far more than any game I've played this year. It's called The Upturned, a goofy little horror game about a hotel in the afterlife called the Upturned Inn, where you're told you have a luxury suite on the 1434th floor. Great. Problem is, every 100 or so floors, the elevator fuse will miraculously break, so you'll have no choice but to hop out and find a new one on whatever floor you're currently stranded on. Now normally this would be pretty easy, but this isn't a normal hotel. Like I said, not a normal hotel. Now if this game had a motto, it would be, if it can't be solved by throwing, then it can't be solved at all. Got a rowdy neighbor? Throw a chair at him. Landlord still isn't taking care of those pesky birds in the vents? Hit him with another chair. And don't worry, chairs aren't the only thing you can pick up. Pretty much anything you see in the level can be thrown around to your heart's content. This allows for some questionable strategies. Go, just get in my cutscene. Oh fuck. And just like Lethal Company, it also lets you indulge in some room decoration. I mean, it's gonna take you a while to get to your suite anyway, you might as well make yourself at home, right? It's perfect. Now the first thing you'll notice about this game is how incredibly goofy it is. Everything from how you walk to picking up objects to the way you open doors has been intentionally designed to be just plain dumb. One of the best examples of this is right at the start, where you get a prompt to pick your name. Now that's pretty standard, but not only does it limit your characters to a claustrophobic amount, but there's no backspace on the keyboard, and this is just a flat out lie! Nasals. Balls. It's kind of hard to give this game a solid genre. I mean, on one hand, it's a psychological horror, building tension throughout the level before following through with a fight or flight inducing chase sequence. Floor 47, for example, has you flipping levers and jumping over water pits. You know, usual hotel activities. But then the lights flicker. Ick, the hotel's founder, ensures that it's probably nothing and that we should just keep looking for the power plug. We try to ignore it, but that's when we meet Lawrence. Oh my god! This is only the second level, and I already need to change my hazmat suit. But weirdly, this is one of the best parts of this game. Now, let me clarify. I hate the horror genre. Movies, TV shows, and especially games. I mean, look at this clip of me playing a FNAF knockoff on Roblox.
This is like walking past.
I am so sweaty. I am so fucking sweaty. Okay. But the way this game handles tension building and constantly subverts your expectations makes it so much better than the usual cheap jumps. The best example I can think of is the mannequin enemy. I mean, they're shown all through chapter 1, but it's not until later in the game that they actually start moving. Oh my f***ing god, you f***ing piece of shit. And that's not a guarantee either. The dev might fill a room with them and make none of them move at all. No, I don't want to go in there. But the possibility that they'll suddenly jerk to life is enough to make me not want to risk it. Fuck you, fucking game, bro. And it's not subtle either. These bastards will lunge out at you. For me, they were easily the scariest enemies in the entire game. Oh, fuck, Jesus. Dude, I don't think I've ever been that scared. But on the other hand, it's also a puzzle platformer, giving you a bunch of different gadgets to muck around with as you figure out how best to complete the level. You've got comically large cartoon magnets that are so powerful they attract even non-magnetic objects. There's giant handheld fans that you can use to traverse faster or push away other residents. Explosive barrels that, well, you know. And a bunch of other fun stuff. I'll admit, it's more platformer than puzzle, but they complement each other really well. My favorite example of this is probably floor 182, which is currently undergoing construction. It's full of all these fun little bounce pads and jarred furniture for some reason. There's also this other fun one that's set in an assembly line, which has you running around on conveyor belts, avoiding fire traps, and hitting levers until you find the fuse. The movement isn't going to win any awards, but it serves its purpose well, and the puzzles are really fun to figure out. And then of course you have the story aspect, which is actually pretty great. The story isn't told through drawings on the walls or data logs found on computers, but rather through Ick, the hotel's founder. And can I just say, I love this thing. He'll constantly give you tidbits of lore and tips for each level. Generally, it's pretty poorly timed. This is a bad time, dude. yes. But like, he's just a little guy. How you can be mad at this face? Look at him. He's so scrunkly. His dialogue is full of so much character, and the different replies to choose from are always followed up with a witty response or funny quip. He's genuinely my favorite part of this game. Also, can we just talk about how goofy they all look again? I mean, seriously, the art style for this game is incredibly charming. Every enemy and location has such a unique look and theme. A traveler with his twiggy little crab legs, Ick's mouth being shaped like a heart monitor. It's enough to make you forget you're playing a horror game. And if anything, I'd more class it as a thriller with horror aspects. I mean, it's not like the enemies are particularly scary to look at. I mean, look at this guy. His name is literally Fat Pajama Man. And I can't make a video on this game without talking about the music. It's used pretty sparingly, but when it does come in, it perfectly complements the gameplay. Stop it, it's not fair, it's not fair. Whether that's a light background music in between floors, or a panicked tune as an enemy bursts through the ceiling. The only real complaint I have, and I use that word very lightly, is the bonus levels, which you can unlock by collecting all the chocolate bars on selected floors. To me, they almost seem like an afterthought, a list of unused ideas that he felt deserved to be in the game. And don't get me wrong, some of them definitely do work, but the large majority are either frustrating to complete, luck-based, or just kinda boring. But I mean, realistically, my only critique appeared after I went to search for more games, so don't take it too seriously. They're definitely still fun in their own right, just don't expect anything too fleshed out, you know? So if you're looking for a game to play while you wait for your friends, or just a goofy little horror title that you know you'll enjoy, then go check out The Upturned. A link will of course be down in the description. What the fuck is the handle for this thing? But as someone who doesn't have a real job, fuck, I can't do that. Friends go home before I can start my shift at the company. Oops. But then the lights flicker. And it's not subtle either, these bosses will lunge out at you. Pizza! Can I just say, I love this thing. He's so scrunkly. He's so scrunkly. And think about this. My only real complaint, and I use that word very lightly. And if you want to support me and get some cool perks, then go check out my brand new Patreon. You can get access to early teaser clips and Patreon exclusive editing breakdowns. In fact, the one for this video is already up there, so go check it out. And it wouldn't be a Patreon without shoutouts, so let's take a look at who we have. Nice. Well, if you want to give Sam a friend, then go ahead and join the Patreon. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you guys want more game recommendations, then go watch every single video I've ever made. Okay, thank you, bye!